What's good? 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 YouTube. I'm back in the building. ZayTrav back in the building. We all back in the building. You know the vibes. Look, we got a gym shorty crashing out over another guy in the gym. So some dude she like, she she crashed out over him. So we're gonna get right into this. We're gonna see what's up with it. We're gonna react to it, watch it. Should be entertaining. So like and subscribe. Let's get it. Let's go. We back in the building. You know the vibes.
I blocked my gym crush on TikTok, and I think I blocked him on Instagram, so I could get some info.
Hold on. Let's read. Let's read this. Let's read this, and then we're gonna listen to what she said. I need some advice on how to continue working out in the gym when it doesn't work out with your gym crush. Hold on. Let me ISO. I need the ISO because what you mean, like, are you gonna stop going to the gym because somebody else is in the gym? Like, really, bro? Like, all you gotta do is continue to go to the gym. Like, I don't understand. Like, what's the actual issue? Like, what's the issue? I don't get it. It don't make any sense. It's not adding up. Like you not gonna go to the gym because it didn't work out with somebody that you like. Really, bro? That's crazy. Back to the video. Starting from the beginning too, since we got that little context out the way.
Okay, so I blocked my gym crush on TikTok, and I think I blocked him on Instagram, so I could get some advice from my gym girlies. I don't have an appetite, and that's not good.
Well, no man should
Yo, I know she is not about to cry. Like, nah, let me
make you
listen
feel
to
like
bro.
that, especially some sort of gym crush. In 2025, dating has been completely ruined by social media, by other people's voices and other people's opinions, and just by all the madness that exists out there besides the two people in the relationship. I honestly feel bad for the next generation. It's going to be harder and harder for them to date, especially when they go to online resources like this young woman to look for advice on how to live their actual lives, as opposed to, I don't know, thinking about things critically, taking them in, and then deciding, hey, I was probably right, I was probably wrong in these situations, and I should move differently. But this story about this woman and her gym crush is so absolutely insane, I had to do a reaction to it.
So my gym crush happened to be somebody that I had a crush on in high school, and for a couple of years now, we've just always somehow managed to see each other in like a random ass place every now and then.
Okay, so she likes him and she never pulled up because that's just what women don't do. Got it.
If I go to Crunch, I'm in there my first day.
Hey, shout out to Crunch, man. Crunch is lit. If you go to Crunch, let me know in the comments.
Hours later, I check my Snap and I see that I have a message from the guy. So we were chatting it up. So the next time I see him, like, obviously my feelings have never changed for this man, like, ever. Like, anytime I see him anywhere, it's just gonna be the same.
Now, I did some research on this woman, and she's about 23, 24 years old, somewhere in that range. So that means that they've been going back and forth for about
Since
5 or
high
6.
school, bro, like, like, that's like me. That's like me seeing the shorty I went to high school with, and I see her in the gym, and I never say nothing. Like, that's crazy. Like, but that's women. Some women do shoot. Some women do shoot, but most of them don't.
6 years now. And if your feelings have never changed and nothing has happened in those 5 or 6 years, then obviously nothing would really ever truly materialize in this sort of relationship. So why?
Exactly, and he not worried about her. She worried about him. So it's like that's what I'm saying. Like even if nothing was going to happen, nothing was going to happen in the first place because she didn't shoot her shot. Like what's the worst he could say? Like the worst he could say is no. Like unless you really ask this man, like yo, I want to be with you, or you ask that girl, like yo, I want to be with you. Unless you really ask that, like you gonna forever be like just not saying nothing. Like I don't know, like That's weird, bro. Like, you ain't gonna say nothing, and you've been stressing over that person for years? Nah, like, years is crazy. Months is crazy. Days is crazy. Like, just shoot your shot, bro. Like, or any females watching, just shoot your shot. Like, worst thing the person could say is no. Worst thing they could say is they got a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Like, other than that, like, there's nothing like for you to crash out over. Like, I don't understand.
Keep putting yourself in situations in which you could possibly be getting hurt? I don't know. But maybe the 8th time is a charm. Maybe the 19th time is a charm. Maybe she doesn't set herself up for failure this time, right? By, like, I don't know, going to the dude's house or something.
Like, I'm going to the gym. The first week is all like that, hee hee ha ha. Last week, it was hee hee ha ha, and it was, oh, come over Wednesday. So I go to his house. We hang out. We have casual conversation.
Oh, we getting some backstory. Okay.
Catching up.
You set yourself up for the biggest ultimate failure by going to this dude's house knowing that you have feelings for him. It hasn't materialized in 8 years. Like, nothing that you say or can do in this point of the conversation is going to make a relationship blossom out of literally nothing. But as long as you keep this to yourself, I don't think anybody is going to know, anybody's going to care. Yeah, you brought it to social media, but it's social media. People do stupid stuff all day.
I was like, hey, I know why I'm so nervous around you. He was like, why? And I was like, you give off a very strong masculine vibe, and he makes me feel very feminine and want to be girly, and I feel so safe around him, and he's so soft-spoken with me. You make me literally want to melt into your arms. I'm being very, very fucking vulnerable. But he was just like, oh, like, you should always surround yourself with people that make you be in your purest form.
He does not like you. He does not like her. Like, that's just what it is. Like, you went to his house to pour your feelings out. Cool. But this man has not liked you since high school. Like not as a friend, but he ain't like you as a potential partner. Like, his girl, like his shawty, like 24/7. You want to talk to you every day. Like, he don't like you like that. Like, and you pouring out your feelings and going to his crib. Like, set yourself up for failure.
Like, I'm happy that you feel that way. The next day I texted him, I was like, hey, would love to see you soon. Let me know when you're free. Radio silence.
Yeah, that's actually scary. Look, I know men and women operate differently, but if a man ever told a woman that he had feelings for her, he wouldn't say something that deep, especially somebody who he hasn't established a real relationship with. And I know they've known each other for a long time, but I'm talking about...
It's different. Like, you could say all that, like, if they were going on multiple dates, you know, talking every day, then you can say that. She can't say that because she ain't even been talking to him like that. She ain't even been going out with him like that. Unless she says she has. Stay tuned.
Actual intimate relationship with. Why go that far off the deep end? I don't know. You felt comfortable, the shot didn't work, so I hope that you stop from here. She should stop here. But going that deep is actually scaring off people. You scaring the penis away. Like, you literally are scaring the niggas. You are the definition of that. And I'm glad that the young man in this situation actually is showing more control and restraint, because I know a lot of people, hell, even me in my younger day, probably would have taken advantage of this situation right here, knowing that there is this woman who is this deeply in love with them or infatuated with them or whatever the case may be, and you have literally no feelings for them at all, or at least not feelings in the romantic sense for them. A lot of people would have taken advantage of her in this situation. So honestly, she should be thanking this young man for treating this situation the way he did, because if he would have put a little meat up on her, she would have been dickmatized, as the kids say. And I don't believe in that, no way. That's just justification for dumbass actions by women. But this is the absolute worst way.
It's a real thing, bro. That's how they be sometimes, man. Like, you ain't gotta believe it. You just gotta see it. Like, that's how they be. But
go about
you know
how you feel about somebody.
And I ended up calling 2 homeboys. He was like, everybody has that person in their phone that no matter where they at, what they doing, whoop-de-whoop, they're gonna text back. I almost started crying because I was like, I'm not his person. He may be my person. Like, if he was to text me, I don't care where I'm at, I don't care what.
Why are you gonna cry though? Like, like, you crying over somebody that don't want you. Like,
time it is.
Like, that's the thing, especially with this new generation. Like, communicate. which everybody has to work on, not just this generation. Like everybody has to work on communication. I have to work on communication. Like you gotta like just ask questions in order to get answers. And she didn't really ask the question. She more of was just like pouring out my feelings for you. Like he don't like you. Like you about to cry. Like if he didn't respond to the message, he definitely don't like you. Now if it's like days, like if you go 3 to 5 days and you don't hear from this dude, and she don't hear from this dude in 3 to 5 days, you're cooked. Charge them to the game. Like there's other people out here. Like don't obsess over one person. That's everybody's biggest downfall. Like y'all get stuck on one person for no reason. Like
bro, I'm texting back. I had posted like a video of me in my bra and underwear just showing the progress of my body on Snapchat. And he slid up talking about some whoop-de-whoop, 360 yada yada. I was like, okay, yeah, for a full body massage, yeah, I'm definitely down, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, like we can make that happen or something like that. And I was like, when? And he was like, well, we'll see. So after that, I kind of was in my head like, oh, you can respond when it comes to some.
what's up with this dude, yo? Like, see, now I'm confused. Like, do he really like her like that, or like he like just trying to play around like with her? I don't know. See, y'all make it confusing for the real ones out here, bro. Man.
Something sexual, but you can't respond with me just wanting to spend genuine time with your dumbass.
So this woman has opened herself up to this man so much that she is willing and able to admit publicly on public platforms to her homeboys or whatever that no matter what she is doing, no matter where she is at, she will always respond to his messages. She will always text him back. She will always be there for him. But in the same breath, because she's doing this from a relationship standpoint, she is willing to entertain conversations with him. Like the only time that he's willing to text her after the radio silence is when she's posting very intimate pictures of herself. Now, her posting to public platforms might not make it as intimate as I want it to be, but she posted a picture of bra and panties and he told you to do a 360, and that's the only time he's gonna respond to you. But you will respond to him in any other situation. Why make yourself this available and this open to somebody who's not willing to do the same things for you? And this is where a lot of people get set up in relationships and situationships or whatever the case may be. Energy should be reciprocated. And if the energy is not reciprocated, you should probably just cut it off so you don't end up like this woman in the video.
So I'm in the gym, I'm doing my workout with you. I'm watching him in the mirror. I walk my happy-go-lucky ass over to the motherfucking hip abductor. I didn't know there was another girl over there, like on the other machine, and he got up and started talking to her. I did cry. I cried on the Stairmaster, and I almost had a panic attack. In that moment,
Yo, yo, what? What, bro? Oh God. She preyed on her own downfall because he don't want you. He
I
don't want
realized that he
you.
did not see me as a person. He just saw me as someone who could boost his ego when he needed it, but hopefully a quick fuck in his book. How the fuck you're gonna ask me to be the mother to your cats? Even if you were joking, why the fuck would you joke about something like that? Why do men, then you talk about some, oh, we gonna have a little sushi day. Why do men put themselves in situations that they don't have to fucking be in?
All of a sudden, he doesn't see you as a person because you're not getting the outcome that you wanted. This is people setting themselves up for failure. You pedestalize this man in some sort of...
He knows game. He knows game. I just said that, bro. Like, I just said that. Like, you setting yourself up for failure. You set yourself up for failure. Now you gonna cry and do whatever. Like, oh man,
mental relationship
cooked.
that you built out when nothing was explicitly said. He invited you to go and get some food, as friends do. Even if he called it a date, that doesn't mean that you're dating. That doesn't mean that he wants to get to know you. Date isn't romantic. I know a lot of people want to put it in this romantic sense, but you can go on a date with your friends. You can go on a father-daughter date.
Date is romantic when you make sure your words express your intentions. You know what I mean? Like when you really articulate and you really break down to whoever you with, tell them how you feeling, and then you apply. We should go to such and such, or we should do this on this specific day. When are you free? Da da da. You know what I mean? Like, and y'all talking. You know what I mean? That's a date. You know what I mean? We could say generally, friends go on dates. Da, da, like, we could say that, but like, one on one with a shorty, like, when you really, like I said, when you really talk about it and you really explain and you really let her know what you want, that's a date, bro. And it can be seen as romantic most of the time. But like I said, depending on how you communicate.
Date, a mommy daughter date, a mother son date. It doesn't matter what you do when you say dating. Like, dating can be romantic, but it doesn't have to be romantic. I know based off of the story that you're telling, you guys aren't in a romantic relationship. He doesn't view you as less of a person because he was talking to another woman. That's crazy. You don't even know what they were talking about. And here you are on exercise equipment after exercise equipment after exercise equipment crying about a man who doesn't want you because you're not willing to do the adult thing and maybe communicate or take hints from this man.
He knows game. I just said this, bro.
And hear him when he's not speaking to you and say, oh shit, this guy doesn't want me the same way I want him. Let me stay my delusional ass away from him. The mother to your cats, my God, that's just talking. He's just yapping just like you're doing in this video. But there has to be some more explanation behind this.
This was somebody who I had a crush on in high school. So like on and
Sorry for rambling. I got a mean headache from crying.
off, we've been flirting with each other on and off for a couple years now. He was keeping up with the years, I was not. He let me know it had been 8 years. I didn't even know that. I didn't come off too strong because
So y'all never. He just playing around with you. Like, he ain't like. And you not saying that you like him like that. Like, so we just flirted for years. Like, what? Man, look. All I'm gonna say is somebody else gonna step up. Somebody gonna step up. A real shooter gonna shoot. Like, and if you snooze, you lose. Like, you get your seat taken because you ain't want to sit down. Like, it is what it is. Like, ain't no sympathy no more. It's 2025. You gotta lock in. Like, if you ain't shooting your shot, like, somebody else gonna pick the ball up and shoot the shot, and it's gonna go in because they know how to communicate. Like, so simple,
I let him
bro.
know everything. I'm the type of person where I'm laying everything out on the table. If you feel like
And
I'm coming off
that goes for men and women. So it don't
too strong, then that's on
try to
you. I blocked him
generalize
on TikTok,
anything.
blocked him on Instagram. The only thing he's not blocked on is Snap. The thing about me is I'm always leave the door open, okay? I'm always leave the door open. The door will never be locked. I'm still gonna go to the gym, still gonna go the same time I've been going, and I'm just gonna pretend like I don't see him. Is it partly my fault? Yes, because like I've told him in the past, like, hey, this is what I want, and he'd be like, I'm not with that. And then we don't talk. And
He finally said it. Yo, so she said, this is what she want, and he said he don't want that, and you basically obsessed over somebody that don't want you. Like, what does he have to do? Kiss a girl in front of your face for you to officially be done? Like, I don't understand why people do this, yo. Like, y'all do it to yourselves. Like, it's a simple, do you want a relationship? Do you want to date? Do you want to, are you attracted to me? Like, do you find me attractive? Because I find you attractive. Da 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 da. Like, so how simple that was? Like, that's not hard. Like, just talk. Like, you talk every day. Like,
Now, if you had any questions about this woman being delusional, I think that they have been answered right there. Some of y'all may sit on the fence as 50-50, but there's no more 50-50 in this conversation. She's known this man for 8 years, 8 long years. That means they had to be like freshmen in high school if my math is correct. He doesn't want her. They've never been in a relationship, and there's no confirmation of them ever having sexual intercourse, and you still will leave the door open for him, even after he's had you crying in the gym, and it's also due to your own willpower, but he had you crying in the gym and you still leave the door open. You don't want to win. You don't want to succeed. You don't want to be in a relationship. You want to continuously harm yourself. This is self-harm at its finest. Please let it go. He reminded you of 8 years. He kept up with it for 8 years because he's trying to figure out why you continue to pursue him after 8 years of it not working. Leave him alone in that way.
I've never told a man, oh yeah, we're gonna do this, this, and that, and not do this, this, and that. You're not mad at him. You're not upset at him. You're upset with yourself because you let yourself get played by somebody who been on the same type of time since high school. So I don't even know why I allowed myself spending my time crying over somebody who don't give a flying fuck. And sometimes you gotta have those moments. I'm an Aries with a Leo.
See, here we go. Here we go with this damn zodiac. Like, I'm gonna play because I haven't uploaded on here in a while, so I'm gonna play it through. But y'all know normally I would skip this because I don't got time for all that. Like, I'm an Aries, so this is why I act this way. I'm a Pisces, so this is why I act this way. I'm a Capricorn, and my moon right. Like, come on, bro. Like, stop. That has nothing to do with you talking. Like, the moon, sun, and the stars don't have nothing to do with you simply saying, like, do you find me attractive? Like, that don't have nothing to do with you saying that. Like, I don't understand. Like,
Rising in a Cancer moon, so I'm all over the fucking place. One thing about me, if it's on my chest, I'm gonna get it the fuck off. I don't really care.
You know, as soon as
stop the cap. Stop. Just stop. Cause if you wanted that man, you would have never went to his crib and just poured your feelings out. You would have just been like straight to the point, like boom. Do you want to be in a relationship? Or are you attracted to me? Like, you wouldn't be flirting with somebody for years and not get whatever off your chest. Like, I'm really confused right now. Like, a lot of y'all gotta look in the mirror and really look in the mirror every day and really ask yourself, like, am I living my life to the fullest? Like, because I feel like she put limits on herself. Like, if you really wanted to say what you was gonna say, you would have said it. Like, that's just what it is. That goes for me. That goes for anybody. Like, if you wanted to say what you was gonna say, you would have said it. Who cares of how it would have came out? Who cares how the other person would have took it? Like, the end result was the end result. Like, good or bad, win or lose.
That's when they start to lose all credibility and accountability goes out the window. You never did anything.
And that's why I like shorties that don't bring up astrology. Like, who cares if I'm a Pisces? Who cares if I'm a Leo or a Virgo or a Gemini? Like, what does that have to do with the person? Like, we all eat. We all sleep. We all go to the bathroom. Like, we all walk. We all jump. We all climb. Like, like, what does my zodiac sign have to do with who I am? Like,
any of the things that he said y'all wanted to do because you showed that you were still on that type of romantic timing, and he'd been told you for the past 8 years that he wasn't, but you decided to continue down that path for whatever reason. I'm glad in this video you can acknowledge that he clearly doesn't want you, but what makes you continue to leave doors open for him? I'm still confused. I don't think she was wrong per se for putting out how she feels, but I think how she phrased it was actually very, very weird. Like, that's very deep, very passionate, very emotional, something that you would probably say to somebody who you're already romantic romantically involved with. So you can get what you mean off your chest, but it doesn't have to be that deep. All you literally had to say was, look, I still have feelings for you. The soft, vulnerable nonsense that she said, look, girl, it didn't work a long time ago. It's not gonna work now. So what did you want to get out of this relationship or this flashback in the past? What did you want?
Not once did I tell him I wanted a relationship. I don't want a relationship. I know there's healing that I need to do before I get into anything with anybody. And he just got out of a relationship. So it wouldn't even have made sense for us to even be in a relationship. But you know, I do have needs.
There it is. The downfall of both man and women in these relationships or situationships is their, honestly, horniness. Horniness is going to be the detriment to any and everybody. You let that cloud your judgment.
Yeah, man. That every time that glutton demon come out, you start acting different, moving different, feeling like you deserve certain shit. Like nobody deserves anything. Like you gotta either accept that fact or don't. Like you're not gonna always get what you want, and you don't need anything. You want something. That's the difference between that. So
your better judgment. Literally, I think you would have stopped a long time ago if you would have said to yourself, girl, let me pull out the rolls. I'm going to handle my business. I'm going to do what I got to do. And I'm not going to be with this man in any sort of way. And did you just admit that he was in a relationship? He just got out of a relationship? Look, I don't know how long that relationship spanned, but you've
I
been...
ain't even peeped that one, but...
in saying that you've been going in and out of this sort of situationship or talking to this man for the past, I don't know, 8 years at this point. Were you doing this while he was in a relationship? That's why she's a terrible person. This is why she's a loser. I fuck with this young girl though. She needs some help in her life. She needs some guidance.
And I'm settling for a man who has never had any real feelings for me. So I'm sorry that I ate up the love bombing, because I'm thinking like, if you're saying it, then you mean it, because I never say anything I don't mean. We have been flirting on and off for so long that I
feel like you do though. I feel like, well, no, you probably got meaning behind what you say, but you're not saying exactly what you want to say. Like that's what I feel like, because a lot of people do that. Everybody does that. And people say stuff and then they don't want to say what they actually say, especially women that really like want to get with a guy. Like some of them will say what they want to say, but most of them are like, it's different between text messages and calling and in person. Because text messages and calling, they gonna say all this and all that, but when you in person with them, it's a whole different conversation. Because now we in person, now we actually have to talk. Now we actually gotta peep each other's, conversation, dialect, how each other actually look in person. You know what I mean? People get nervous. Some people get cold feet and they don't want to say what they want to say through the messages, through the phone calls. Like, they not on that same type of time. I'm just saying, like...
at the point where I was ready to drop them draws. And like the more and more I thought about it, the more and more I'm like, no, because once you drop him, he's gone. He's gone. So no, I didn't sleep with him. A lot of people were saying that. I didn't sleep with him.
This is crazy. Grand opening, grand closing with this woman. She's delusional. She just acknowledged it in this specific third portion of the video. When you somehow spin the narrative and put all the blame on him in your finale without taking any sort of accountability, then you know it's all on you. This person is still the head of your mind. This person is still controlling your actions no matter how much you want it. At this point, you should have just had sex with the man, because at least you could say, I had sex with him, and this is why I'm so delusional. Now, at this point, you didn't have sex with him. You're still delusional as fuck. What's wrong with you? Like, why are you like this? And the most amazing thing with people like her is that they make up words, or they misuse words in order to justify their actions. Love bombing, because he said he wanted to go and have food with you, or because he said, oh, you could be the mother to my cats. Like, this is just casual conversation, bro. I don't know how you are justifying these silly actions with your insane actions. Like, I don't understand how that makes any sense. And you claim that he wanted to use you for sex, but you wanted to use him for sex. You were ready to give him sex and give him power. I hope a lot of people learn their lesson from this specific woman here. And if somebody does not like you, do not pursue them. Do not be delusional. And definitely don't blame them for your shortcomings in the dating world. It's not love bombing. It's not playing you. It's not setting you up. It's not any of those things. It's just this person doesn't someone like you and you are honestly being a little insane about the relationship that you actually have. If you go out there, experience things, date people, have actual relationships with people, I think this could have been totally avoided. Because if she would have been through this experience before, she wouldn't have been in this experience again 8 years later.
It has come to my attention that some...
Nah, you're not a loser. It's just, you're not a loser for crying about getting your feelings hurt. You know that hurts. Rejection hurts. You can cry. But you cried over somebody who don't even want you. Like that's different. That's a different kind of cry. Like that's like what you crying for. Like he never said he wanted you at all. And you crying. Like come on now. You cried because he was with talking to a girl at the gym and you cried? Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Grown-ass man downloaded my videos and posted them to his Twitter account and called me a loser and said that I'm the most delusional woman on TikTok.
Hey, that's me. I'm the grown-ass man.
How are you a grown man and my 23?
Yo, he's carrying. He's carrying. Shout out to Omeezy, man. He's carrying YouTube right now, bro. Like, if you know, you know. Like, that's crazy. I know. I seen this too. I seen this post like a few days ago, bro. Oh man, he's wild.
And this is why I don't like men who have podcasts. Because men who have podcasts,
it's not a podcast. Well, it might be a podcast. I don't know what he does. He just posts YouTube and I react to it.
You can't get a woman, and so you're gonna do everything possible to bring a woman down.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Now he can't get a woman because he posted you crying about a guy that don't want you. That's crazy. That's crazy. See how they flip it on us, man? Like
can't get no woman. Huh. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting.
Bro is engaged or married. Yo, nah, my man showing off the wedding band on you. Like, this the level of like petty I would be, bro. Like, if I had to be, like, cause somebody was coming at me, like, oh yes, peep the band. Like, come on, I can't get what? I done locked it down. I'm not you. I really shoot. I really don't game. Like, I really found someone that's attracted to me. Like, come on now. Like,
interesting. Look, for those that do know about my life, I shouldn't have to defend my claims of if I can get a woman or not. But I honestly was gonna make a reaction video to her anyway, and then people sent me the content, and I thought to myself, man, I've gotta clap back. That's what the kids do. And how does she know that I have a podcast? Now, it is sports related, so I don't think it's that podcast that she's thinking about. We keep it a buck over it. Let's keep it a buck. But the reason why I called you a loser is because of your actions. And
shout out to his podcast, man. I didn't know you had a podcast.
You go down the video and agree with me in a lot of the different things. So why are you upset that people are calling you out? This is the nature of the game. I'm a content creator. I create content on the nonsense that's on the internet.
Thank you for posting my content on your page. It's given free advertisement because little do you know, I am the cuntiest of the cunt. I am that bitch. And just because I call a nigga cute and crash out here and there does not mean I am not still that bitch. As a man, you calling me a...
Nobody never said you was or wasn't. Like, you should have that confidence to be that regardless of somebody else's content, regardless of this person posting you, regardless of people in your comments. Like, as a content creator, all of that is going to happen. People are going to comment. People are going to repost, reshare. You should be happy and just walk with grace. Like, I wouldn't even respond. I'd be like, oh, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's free game. He putting more people on your platform just by doing that. A win is a win.
loser because I literally got my feelings hurt is crazy. And when I think about it, I don't think I've ever called a man a loser for crying. I've never called a man a loser for crying. I never said he was less than for crying. And yet it's you and other grown ass men and pick me ass women saying how I'm crazy. I never said I was not delusional, but I am 23 and my frontal lobe has not developed yet. And I didn't date in middle school. I didn't date in high school. I started dating in college. So yeah, I guess I am a little new to the game.
That explains a lot. That explains a lot, but still, crying over somebody that is not yours, you should never do. I don't care when you started dating. It's different if the dude was like he wanted to be in a relationship with her, and he lied the whole time. Then you possibly could cry at that point, because then he just lied to your face the whole time for years and years. But you cried, and this man was he was basically just making conversation with you. And you cried because he was with another, talking to a girl at the gym. Y'all not together. Like, that's the part I don't think she understands. Like, y'all was never together. So there's really no point in you crying. Like, how can you say he hurt your feelings when you're not together? Y'all never really talked like that. And when y'all do talk, it ain't like, I don't know. I can't get into her mind, so I don't know what she's thinking. But she says she's delusional, so
I've only had 2 boyfriends.
How do you have so much
that's the new word of
self-awareness but then at the same
2025,
time
delusional.
self-awareness? I think that's the most oxymoronic thing in the world. I'm not calling you a loser because you got your feelings hurt. Feelings hurt implies to me that somebody else did something wrong to you and it was very intentional and all these other things like that. You hurt your own feelings. This is a situation that could have easily been avoided. You did not have to continue to go down that path with that young man. Now, you do need some grace here, but also you serve as a warning message to a lot of people. I think that there's these movements around the internet that talk about not participating in dating, not participating in working a real job, being an entrepreneur, not participating in just regular common day-to-day activities that humans do. But this right here is the outcome. Now, I think this young lady actually is pretty funny. I think she's intelligent. I think she's all those things. I actually do enjoy her content. She's got a little quirk to her. But ultimately, what I'm seeing here is somebody who doesn't have experience and now is being put through the fucking ringer because she doesn't have said experience. This is what happens when those moms and those dads be like, well, I don't want you out there dating. I don't want you out there doing this, that, and the third. This is the literal outcome. You have grown adults not being able to take accountability for their actions. You have grown adults being able to be manipulated. You have grown adults being put through the rooter and the tutor when it comes to the dating game. That doesn't mean that she deserves to get cheated on. That doesn't mean that she deserves to get disrespected. But ultimately, when you don't experience situations, how will you know how to navigate and go about these different experiences in life? This is why I don't believe in things like online dating or partnering up based off of people's recommendations or stuff like that. You need to experience the whole experience so you know the red flags, the green flags, and even the yellow flags in between.
But most of y'all gave me y'all funky ass, stanky ass, raggy ass, stoodle ass opinions that I did not ask for. But I let you say them because freedom of speech. Who am I to stop you?
Well, so you're right. I am here to give you advice, specifically you advice. One, don't go to some separate gym. That honestly makes it a little weird. You should be able to face confrontation and be able to deal with and exist in places and spaces with people that don't like you, people who you've had awkward encounters with, people who you, I don't know, professed your love to and they didn't feel the same way. So then they started talking to a random woman that you interpreted as him talking to another bitch. I don't know. That's crazy. 2, block that man off of literally every single platform. Just block him. Block him. Period. Point blank. Block that man. There shouldn't be no door open. You think this is a Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak song? No, you're not leaving the door open for him. Keep going to the gym. Keep getting your body right. I heard your story about the time where you try to profess your love to another woman and all that other stuff. This keeps happening to you, but as long as you are journaling and learning from these experiences, hopefully when that
like, prayers for this girl. Prayers for her.
that frontal lobe does develop, you don't have to encounter these situations. But to you and to anybody else out there listening, go into actual relationships with people. Open, honest. I like this. And then learn as you get destroyed in some instances. Learn as it's received pleasantly in some instances. Analyze things. Don't look towards the internet for real information. Just live life. And then ultimately one day you'll end up, well, like some of us on the internet.
Yo, he's wild, bro. That dude is wild. But that's the end of that video. I'm gonna need y'all to like and subscribe.